Born between the dates of May 21st to June 20th, Gemini is often regarded as being the zodiac sign with a split personality. The Gemini personality is fun and outgoing, but like every other zodiac sign, Gemini has unfavorable traits. Each zodiac sign in the horoscope has both good and bad qualities, and Gemini is no exception. If you're a Gemini or have recently fallen in love with one, you will undoubtedly like to learn more about the personality and the negative traits of a Gemini. Although the Gemini personality is perceived by many as being joyful and cheerful, the Gemini's negative traits are quite real, just like with any other sign. This zodiac sign, Gemini, is renowned for having two sides, and its dark side would undoubtedly surface quickly. In this video, we will be exploring the dark sides of Gemini. Watch until the very end of this video as we unveil the twin personality of Gemini. Extremely impulsive. Impulsive behavior is when you act quickly with no thought of the consequences. There's nothing on your mind beyond that exact moment. Gemini's tendency toward impulsivity is a byproduct of their easygoing character. Geminis are impulsive and tend to act without considering the repercussions. Though they are tolerant and flexible, they could be reckless due to their suppleness. They frequently have their thoughts changed, which leads them to be spilled all over the place. Their carefree personality comes with impulsivity. They are quick to jump into situations without thinking of the consequences and make additional plans in the event things don't work out. This is why Gemini can be considered dangerous. Often, Geminis find themselves in trouble as a result of their impulsive behavior and will become moody if they can't figure out a way out of the situation. Ironically, this will also cause them to attempt to solve the problem impulsively as well. Geminis are so flexible, they can change their minds in a heartbeat. This trait can lead them to make reckless decisions and can cause them to do superficial things. This impulsiveness makes it hard for Geminis to achieve their goals. They tend to lose focus over a thing easily and move on with another interest. Most times they end up having too many goals left to accomplish because of their diversity of interests and inability to focus on a thing. Two-faced. The symbol of Gemini is twins, and it is widely assumed that any person who is a Gemini is two-faced. Geminis represent that ephemerality that we fear. In a world where accepting the duality of others is difficult, Gemini shows us that people can change their minds, and themselves, in a second. Gemini is hardly the secret serial killer you think them to be. Witty, charming, and inclined to gossip they are, yes, but this doesn't make them the people who will necessarily stab you when your back is turned. This doesn't make them disloyal or people who will wake up to one day and decide to show a brand new facet of themselves. Escaping into their other personality is not an internal struggle for Gemini. Gemini is too light to bear that burden and too smart not to come up with a comfortable way to live with both twins out in the open, no matter how different. Both sides to them exist without necessarily damaging the other, or without the mental struggle. For Gemini, their two sides are necessary to give them a sense of adventure in an undimensional world. For them, it makes them interesting to themselves, the only two people the twins can ever truly trust and confide in. Depending on who they are speaking to, Geminis may speak from both sides of their faces, delivering various tales or versions of the truth. Even in serious connections and partnerships, Geminis will find themselves looking for new companions and won't think twice to quit if they find what they think is superior to what they currently hold. Lack of consistency. One of the main complaints of those who become close to Gemini is their lack of consistency, especially emotionally or in matters of the heart. Geminis have a hard time settling down in one spot. They can pick up a pastime very quickly, but they also have a very short attention span. They are unpredictable and unable to decide on their next course of action since they get bored with one thing very quickly. Geminis, in particular, find it difficult to commit to one person and view relationships as a roller coaster. Lack of consistency results in a lack of interest. They are quick to lose interest in something because of the duality of Geminis, and they constantly question their decisions, assuming they've managed to make one. They second-guess themselves and nitpick to the point of obsession, which makes them prone to anxiety. There's no cure for a lack of talent, so it serves as a sexy excuse to do nothing and delay goals until the never-ending future. Consistency doesn't have any excuses. It's either you did something to achieve your goals or you didn't. Repetition can be tedious, which is why so few people ever master anything, especially Geminis. It's not that consistency is hard, It's just that it's easy to get bored or feel like you're making zero progress and give up. Excessively anxious. In today's world, escaping the web of anxiety is not only difficult, but also impossible. No matter how well you train your mind, moments of anxiety and stress are bound to disturb the peace of your mind. But the one thing that's in your control is how you can deal with these bouts of worry and apprehension. Depending on the kind of personality you have and the zodiac sign you belong to, you can find out the things that can be a cause of concern for you. Everyone has anxiety sometimes. It's how you stop yourself from getting in extreme danger, and how your ancestors stopped themselves from becoming prey. Unfortunately, some of the zodiac signs may be more inclined than others toward this heart-racing and head-spinning survival mechanism, and Geminis have it as their dark side. Geminis frequently try juggling and toggling between tasks, and like taking on new challenges. They might have their hands on several places at once. However, Geminis occasionally take on more than they can bear. Geminis have the propensity to become unduly nervous about the responsibility of mismanaging life's events, which is why they aren't able to function at their peak under circumstances. While they are great conversationalists, they sometimes cannot process the information they get from people, which often disrupts their peace of mind. For Gemini, balancing their twin personalities may make them anxious at times. The twins might take on too many projects, as they move at a fast pace. After all, they have two people to do the task of one person. Due to their speedy can-do attitude and their natural tendency to overthink matters, Geminis may get overwhelmed, which can cause anxiety issues. Gemini is a mutable sign, and they take on the energy of others. It is advised that Gemini should ensure they take some time for themselves every once in a while. Self-care isn't just about relaxation, ensuring they allow their minds to be calm and free from pressure. Intensely moody. All of us are moody in some way. We wish we could control our emotions, but our brain says otherwise. Moods come and go, and sometimes are so transitory that they barely register, but the moodiest zodiac sign, they feel their emotions with high intensity. Geminis experience emotions intensely and often have major mood swings owing to their two completely different personalities. So, if you are planning on dating one, rest assured that you will get to witness a sweet, easygoing, and dramatic person all wrapped in one ribbon. Their two very distinct personalities make Geminis sense emotions strongly and regularly undergo extreme mood swings. They often face sudden mood swings, like anger or sorrow triggered by an event. They might act empathetic and affectionate one minute, then cold and impersonal the very next. Gemini suffers from dark moods, but is also inclined to deal with them by being even more busy and distracted. They may pretend before friends that they're fine, but slip into morbid terrain in private. Many Geminis have erratic mood swings from one emotional or mental pole to the other. Some people tend to be in a grouchy mood more often than others, and no matter how nice they are, their grumpy mood is just impossible to deal with. Geminis are always irritated and cranky while experiencing their intense moodiness. Even the smallest thing can just piss them off very easily, and they're almost always in a bad mood. Once this mood sets in, it just keeps getting worse. It's in their nature, and this aspect of them is quite difficult for their partners to understand. Having someone who is happy this minute and can switch on to the next mood the next minute can be confusing. Exaggerate things. Geminis will do whatever to keep others around them engaged, which may cause them to overdo things and exaggerate. They are extroverted people who strive to leave a lasting impression. This makes them occasionally overstate certain topics for fun. They need other people to like them. They want to be intriguing, and they are always on the lookout for the limelight. They might embellish the reality and fabricate a captivating tale that grabs everyone's gaze. Although Geminis do have certain flaws, their great qualities far exceed their shortcomings. Being definite and firm about the decisions you make in life will help Gemini avoid showing this part of them. Click here and find out the most compatible zodiac signs here.